Hey everybody, welcome back to another Sunface Reactions. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we're here watching some more Symphogear. Last time we had the world's fastest investigation and funeral, a giant pillar to the skies communicating to the moon, and we blew up a rocket. Also, we had a metal wolf, and that was cool. Metal wolf is the best. Theta, what are your thoughts?
Sorry, I can't get that song out of my head now. The leather pants version made by Bakura in America. This doesn't mean anything to anybody or viewers right now. You know, the play on Poker Face as done by Team 4 Star.
Oh gosh. Well, there we go. That's gonna be a gem right there, and from like 5 years ago,
I think it was a lot longer than that. I
probably.
another tangent here for the recording, but there was a show, a anime review show back in 2012 called Anime TV. Uh, was hosted by Johnny Young Bosch, or Bosch, sorry, I can't never remember if it's a V or B. Johnny Young
Yeah.
Bosch, I think it is actually, and Christina V in the season 2, where they review anime. And I loved it back in the day, and it is so horrible now. Like one of them says, "Oh yeah, I started watching Soul Eater. It's like this Bleach ripoff." It's like what? It's not a Bleach ripoff. But my point here is that one of them says, "Oh yeah, I've started binging One Piece real hard. I'm on like episode 110," and I looked it up. That is 12 years ago. He said
Hmm.
this. 10 years prior to that is when episode 110 of Bleach came out. 2002. He said in 2012, I'm at 110, which is now 22 years ago that episode came
Ah.
out.
Oh gosh, that's ancient history now. Oh man, I'm turned to dust. Uh, about the show though. Sorry.
Well, my point was that I think that the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged and anime TV were about the same time, so it's like
Mhm.
12 years ago. About you
Yeah, yeah.
feel like it's closer because you don't feel as old, and knowing now, here on your birthday, by the way, that you're
Happy birthday to me. Woo.
how old are you now, Griff?
Too old.
Don't want to put a number to it.
I'll let everyone guess down in the comments. Closest to it gets a thumbs up.
I just was gonna compare for a moment because I turned 40
Hmm.
literally what is today? 4 days ago, 3 days ago. Sorry, bad math already.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
old man brain.
We're turned to dust here, but we're here to watch people fighting on the moon today. Where there's canonically a lot of dust. The moon's pretty dusty, by the way.
Well, not
So,
really.
so what
It's
are your thoughts
actually
on
it's
lunar
actually more.
regolith?
Well, it's more fine. It's finer than dust. I think it
Mm,
becomes a different thing. I mean, you've already used the actual word for regolith, but
yeah.
I think there's another term for stuff that's finer than dust because it's not like particulate.
I don't know if there's another word past that. At some point,
Oh, there
it doesn't
is.
pop into common
There
language.
is. I just don't know what it is
Mhm.
off the top of my head.
But are you excited for moon fights? Who do you think is going to be the moon
Well,
fightiest?
I'm not excited because I don't know what I'm getting into. But
That's right.
the thing is, it's like the mystery that is the season enders of Symphogear, of
Mhm.
insanity is about to happen, and I'm just like waiting for the roller coaster guy to put the arm bar down in front of me, so I don't get flung off the ride whenever we
Have,
hit the top.
have you ever been to one of like the dungeon drop rides, like where they put you up onto a tall tower and just let you do a free fall for a while?
No, I actually hate roller coasters. Shit, I haven't been on
I
any
did it
since I
once.
was preteen.
It's pretty great. But what they usually do, because like everyone, there's only one thing happening on the ride. You're going to get dropped. The people who operate it just trick everyone who's riding it to make sure that they get the proper shock reaction. They will do false countdowns. They'll say like, "Huh, something's wrong with this. Huh, it's just accidentally releasing. Whoops."
No, I've watched the shorts basically of the guys doing that. You go
Mm.
three, two. Wait, was that bolt supposed to be there? Hold on. One.
Yeah, no, it's great stuff, but I feel like that's what we're in for here. Like we're gonna get them doing the false countdown, and we're just gonna get shocked at like something happening here. Because there's one character we don't know of, I think, and that was I think we presuppose someone is already on the moon doing things, and then Shemha went there, and Noble Red went there, and now the Symphogear team is there.
Well, they
So
went
who's
there at
the
the
mystery
same.
character we've yet to
They
meet?
went there at the same time as Noble Red.
Mhm.
They were in the same teleportation circle.
Yeah, yeah.
So order of events is Shem Ha went there, and then everybody else went there.
Right. But I'm saying like there's one mystery character there. Whatever that character is going to completely twist every interpretation I think we have right now.
Not
It's gonna be
really.
fun. It's gotta be God was the last thing we were thinking of.
I mean, it depends on if we have like a working scale, right? Because it could still
Mhm.
be the people on the moon or the step in between God and um custodians. Did they say custodians? Was that the name?
Yeah, they were using the term custodians for a while.
So there could be many degrees in between, and we never actually reach God. We just know that they exist.
I think there is one more possibility. Rabbit. We could go with the moon rabbits. I think now's the time for a moon
Oh, I thought you
rabbit.
were saying rabbits, those video game characters that look like
Similar but
rabbits.
different, yes. I mean, like there's always like the mythological rabbit on the moon kind of stuff that like people like to tap into. So like now would be the time to just go ahead and do that and like completely shake everything up and remove all tension.
Well, I'm gonna blow your mind, Griff. We already know who's on the moon. We've seen them.
Have we?
Yeah, last episode.
I I don't remember seeing our mystery character yet.
It was in a scene with Shemha and the red. Fuck, I forgot their name. What Red's
Oh, you mean like the one like in
red, double red.
the one in the computer room, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that wasn't a
I figured that
picture
was
of
just
Shem.
her.
That wasn't a
So,
picture of Shemha. It was
yeah.
somebody else.
I think I disagree, but I think there's one way we can clarify which one it is. We go ahead and watch and
Wikipedia.
find out. Two ways we can find out.
Well, three. YouTube. Four.
Three
Vimeo.
possible ways, amongst which are
Five. Streamable. Six. Hulu, I guess, maybe, or direct to video from Japan.
well, before I go ahead and do a whole
Seven. We
expansion
could
position
ask
joke,
somebody who's watched it before.
let's go ahead and get started. So be
Eight.
sure to
We
hit
could
that
drop a
like
thing on
button,
Patreon.
hit that like button, and comment down below to feed that algorithm. On top of all that, if you watch more shows like this, unfiltered, uncensored, and uncut, as well as romantic stuff, you can go ahead and follow us over on the Patreon. It's just $5 a month, but no pressure. It's all support the channel, just a little bit extra.
Click the link down below. Join the Discord. Let me know if I was right. And now this thing that we haven't seen before.
Oh, we're in a completely different anime. Did we load up the right thing?
See, my first thought was to say, I'm watching a bunch of girls walking around in a moon base. What are you watching? But I know your ass self would pause the video, and I don't want to do that for a joke.
You're right, that's why I'm gonna blow you up. Alright, good logic.
Oh, from the end credits. The thing the scorpion's crawling on.
Oh, yeah. Joe really is going harder with the, just cutting off the limb.
Well, he's being petrified. He had to. Call him Joe?
I don't think so. He's been in Kindu the whole time.
No, Enki is his name. I could have sworn you said Joe went hard there, cutting off his own arm. Come on, Fine, come back! Come back to us.
Weird thing to remember there, Maria.
Thank God everyone got teleported under a dome. Would hate to, like, one of the characters would wake up, oh my god, and it's not them looking at the Earth, it's them looking at one of their friends floating just outside.
So like we've had like the alchemical teleportation stuff for a while. I guess this might clarify the targets are pre-planned.
Could
When
be.
you make your teleport, you decide where you're going ahead of time.
Yeah, could be each one of the things has the. We see they all have little etchings on them.
Mm-hmm.
So, could be each one is a specific place.
Right, in which case their use of it means that they won't end up outside at the very least. But they are completely separated, which is weird.
Unless you weaponize them. You could have one go to the outside and you throw it at the feet of people. Welcome to the
here, let me
moon,
teleport
bitch!
you into space. Problem solved.
Well, I mean, it would be. Literally, they've already. Hey, let's teleport everybody into a pocket universe that's as large as the actual universe. So why not send them into deep space randomly?
Yeah, we've had some shenanigans happen here that we just kind of don't tap back into.
Well, I mean,
Like,
literally, just have one that's literally teleport you
parameters.
to anywhere random in the universe. Anywhere random in the universe is probably going to be deep space.
Yeah, in all likelihood, it'll just be more deep space.
Basically, how you deal with Black Adam 2,000 years ago. Teleport you to the edges of the universe. And it takes you 5,000 years to fly back.
No, he'll just accelerate. He'll be back in 6 seconds.
No, that's his backstory. It takes him like 5,000 years to fly back. In that specific set of backstory, he gets threatened to have that happen to him again, and he basically commits suicide. I'd rather not fly back another 5,000 years.
いや、だとしたら今考えるべきは皆さんを地球に帰還させる方法ですね。
Well, you could just, you know,
空気はある。
take the nuclear payload off of a nuclear missile.
地球並みの重力。これは制御されていると考えるべきかしら。
And even going the full way with the artificial gravity, hell yeah.
無鉄砲なんてらしくないわね。
マリア、私はどうすればよかったんだ。わからないんだ。
I'll be damned if she says, I love you all of a sudden, Griff. Because your little thing that you brought up. Because I don't think they're a couple.
Don't give up, Tsubasa. I loved you this whole time.
Well, why would Tsubasa give up on Kanade? I know she's dead, but come on.
Yeah.
あの子の勇気に
Especially when we just met a character who can bring dead people back.
そうか。私は指導不覚悟にも橘の勇気から逃げ出したんだ。あいつ。
まったく、とんだブケッチョさんね。とにもかくにも、はぐれた仲間たちを探しましょう。
何？マリア、その輝きは一体。
導いてる。
Thank God I was wearing one, because you appeared not to be.
It's alright. Maria's like the key to all of this, apparently.
機械用ジェムの損傷が著しい。とても扱いないわね。
Haven't those been destroyed every time you used it anyway?
想定を超える転送負荷が過干渉
I guess maybe throwing it on the ground before it never actually destroyed it.
誰？
エルサちゃん。
I thought it was going to be Maria's mom all of a sudden.
Yeah, the sliding in on the luggage actually really got us there.
が焼き切れたであります。おそらくテーラーアタッチメントの使用はもう。
でもよかった。一緒にミラールクちゃんを探しましょう。
Yeah, like literally, where's our other sister at?
警報ってありますか？
これは内部に侵入した私たちを排除しようとする遺跡の意志ね。
Well, we were planning to teleport to the moon, but we've actually never been here before.
あの形南極で見た。ああ、ここ間違いなく戦士文明の。
I can tell that, because my name is Chris.
Look, if they've seen it before, they've seen it before. They did at the beginning of the season.
クリスチャン。
I can tell they're from a prehistoric civilization, because we saw them at the South Pole.
Look, the girls aren't archaeologists. They're like sophomore high school music students, right? I'll cut them some slack.
You keep saying they're music students. You do know that their school teaches them a lot more stuff. If it was just a music school, why do they have a track team, Griff?
Because you still want kids to exercise in your educational program?
Not at a specialty school. You don't go to computer camp to start working out in the weight room, Griff.
And at computer camp, you probably still got a physical class at some point.
You don't. I've been to computer camp because I'm a giant fucking nerd.
Nerd!
You can't say that, Griff. You have a fucking computer degree.
That makes me the mecha nerd.
調べちゃんとキリカちゃんのギア反応も確認ですが、こちらからの呼びかけに応答
Thank
は
God our worldwide sensors also extend to the moon.
If this does have to be particularly anxiety-inducing, like, they disappeared out of nowhere, they're clearly starting a fight, and there's nothing we can do.
Which one? Probably
Any of
America.
them. Yeah, America just gave you a rocket, and they said they're going to charge you for the next one.
月石やってきた。
But the only other country we've really dropped by name was Belgium, and it's because of their Illuminati.
So then that means Belgium's coming to the rescue then.
データはシム波からこの身にダウンロードされている。だけど防衛機構の対策までは。人類を呪いから解き放つって思った以上に難しいのね。
バラルの呪詛の解除。本当に人と人がつながって分かり合えるのなら。
So why are you fighting against them, actually?
I think that's Chris literally asking that question, like, what are we doing?
We can't let the bad guys do a good thing. That would be terrible.
I guess it's the argument of there might be unintended consequences, right?
Yeah.
If we don't know what danger we're sending people into, is it right to send them into that danger?
No, I like the thought that people being able to communicate 100% with one another would cause more fighting. Is that what you wanted all this time, you sick fuck? Yeah, maybe don't punch holes in the walls, Hibiki. We don't know which
You
ones
gotta
of these
be-
are outside walls.
Gotta be real certain about those strikes.
優越に震える。
Oh, at least she's having fun.
すでに地球中心各域に到達。そして怪物どもがその使命を果たせば、我のよくもあがく強い思い。
There's something strange about the fact that what she's doing has this shit growing all over the stuff, but the stuff that's already here is just like fucking computers.
Mm-hmm.
Which means it's two different things.
And yet they're interacting perfectly.
身も心も捧げよ先んじて
重曹より放たれしよりしろの少女よ。我はシェムハ。来たるべき星の未来。お前の名もそのような意味を持つのであろう。
Being creepy in mind space.
Now let me blindfold you, just to make it a little bit, get a little bit more.
ユグドラ州に動きあり。本部へと連絡。いや、状況によっては帰還要請だ。はい。
They were so much
Yo.
further away before. They got so they're like right in front of it with binoculars.
どうやらここを指し示しているよ。
2 kilometers if I remember right, but yeah, no, it's like if it starts glowing, get out of there, right?
Well, the shrine was so tiny in the distance, and the giant thing was in the middle of it.
どうする
Mhm.
Now they're like at the front door, but still using
ここは月
binoculars.
面飛び込まなければ始まらないわ。
この異様、遺跡の拠点と思われる。
Actually, it looks like the control room from that place in the ocean. What, season 3?
止まった。
Yeah, because those two were connected, if I remember right.
マリア、
待って。彼は夢に見た。
夢？
Yeah, why was that in your dream anyway?
何を伝えようとしているのか。
Point in fact, they should not understand him. They're under the curse of Babel, remember? Or Balal.
Mhm.
He should not be understandable.
あなた
Until he did his voice tuning.
オリジナル塩基の意思をトレスしたオペレーティングシステム。
延期。シェムハも口にしていた。
ここは観測ベースマルドゥーク、ネットワーク
At
ジャマ
Shalad.
バラルの中枢だ。
反響定位にて動体反応を2つ補足。こいつがバネッサとエルザだとありがたいぜ。
現在紀伊半島東30キロを航行中。
識別不能のコールです。発信源特定。まさか月？
回線をつなげ。
こちら翼、マリアも一緒です。二人は無事なんですね。
We're talking to this old guy.
管制室にて月遺跡と本部の電信を確立。遺跡内の防衛システムの一部と通信制御を解除しました。
はぐれた仲間とも連絡を取り合い、合流すべく誘導しているところよ。
こちらはユグドラシルの稼働を確認し、対策に向かっている最初だ。
早くも動き始めて。
ユグドラシル。どうやらその世界樹は見た目以上にろくでもない代物み
Don't
た
say
い。
that.
バカな。
Well, they're learning stuff faster than we are,
シェ
so.
ムハが私たち
So the world tree is supposed to be a good thing.
そうだ。
I mean, historically, anyway.
身体機能よりもとりわけ脳を強化された人類は惑星環境改造装置ユグドラシルシステムを制御するための
Oh, we're doing Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
地球史を遡れば歴然だろう。俺たちはこの星にて命を創造し進化を促し目的に応じて改造を
Christians aren't gonna like that one.
人間もまたその
Well, it's definitely getting crazier.
だが仲間の一人であった改造執刀医シェムハは権力と力を掌握すべく反乱。俺たちに戦いを仕掛けてきた。自身を言語と置き換えることであらゆるシステムに
So wait, was Fine one of them?
することは不可能であり、俺たちはやむなくシェムハを
He apologizes to
This sounds a
Fine.
lot like Fine.
Oh, he apologized to Fine when fighting Shemha,
いや、データ探
which
査
implies Fine is on his side.
全人類の遺伝情報内に記録され存在し続けている。
そんな地球人類すべてがシェムハのゆりかごってことなの？
Exactly the way Fine is, I'm
デー
confused.
タ談笑から再生を果たすシェムハは事実上の不死身。故に俺たちはネットワークジャマーバラルによって統一言語でつながれた人類を分断封印に成功する。
つまりバラルの呪詛とは。
Oh, this is definitely like just the massive twist we were waiting for, right?
蘇ったシェムハはバラルの呪詛を解除し
So we have to be cursed in order to stop Shemha?
星と命を意のままに操れる武器怪物へと改造しようとしているの。
All because we were designed to be a giant supercomputer.
だがそれさえ阻止できれば。
へえ、さすがはソング。あっさりつまびらかにしてくれるぜ。
ノーブルレッド。
Wait, no, I guess Fine is one of them.
Yeah, because Fine wanted to do this for God, she was saying, so it was for basically Shemha.
Well, then it sounds like she wasn't that she wasn't one of them. She was like a human or something that just kind of transcended between human and them. But the thing is that NK apologizes to Fine, well, vocally out loud, while he's fighting Shemha. But then Shemha has powers that are like Fine's. So it's like, the indication to me would be like, well, is Shemha Fine, or...
Maybe Fine was the operating system all along.
Well, then that wouldn't work, because Fine's dead.
And so the computer's broken.
If that was true, then Shemha's already won. That's why I say it doesn't work.
No, Shemha wants the computer turned on.
No, Shemha wants the computer destroyed. I'm
He
pretty
wants
sure.
the network jammer destroyed.
No, they just had a whole thing about destroying the moon.
今からの準備で月に到達するにはどれくらいかかる1週間か1ヶ月か怪物と違って人間は
Yeah, the confusing thing now, Fine's goals aligned with what Shemha wants, but not Enkai's, and Enkai is apologizing for stopping Shemha. There's only 3 characters in this triangle, and I'm still confused.
I do like that they pointed out the obvious of, like, even if you win this, are you going to survive 3 days without water on the moon? I mean, you're doomed.
Well, yeah, there's the piss and blood of everybody else that's up here.
I don't think we're that type of show. You need to go watch Bear Grylls for that one.
No, they just wouldn't show it on screen.
Go full vampire powers right there.
そっちに変わってこっちがユニゾン月面タッグマッチバトルの始まりだぜきっと想像もつかないことが好きで
I can imagine this. I can imagine that too.
Yeah, I've seen movies with Black Widow before.
I don't think you can.
Oh, there we go. We're going for the Evangelion episode where they DDR together in perfect coordination.
The first song you sang together was right before Maria proved to be evil. So I don't know. At the same time, I can't doubt the girls are the main characters. They're gonna win. Doesn't matter.
Oh, here we go. Music video time.
That was a pretty cool intro to the fight, though.
Absolutely.
Also, you're not fighting in unison or coordinated like you said you were going to.
They're coordinated in spirit.
Remember, we can literally fly through space. We've done it before. That's how a drill works. Grim Lagann reference. That's a G Gundam reference.
Shining finger! Oh, they exploded.
Thank God all the damage that we're doing to this place doesn't affect the outside. Ignition and Amalgam.
Superpowered duet, let's go.
I just feel like this is when they fought in the underwater base and ended up destroying the underwater base around them, flooding it and having them have to evacuate.
Right.
They clearly don't care where they're shooting.
I don't know, I think these two have actually destroyed less of the building than the others have.
詳しくは後で。まずは報告よ。
Don't mind me, just up here.
Just mind your own business. What do you mention taking on water?
It's literally Ultima 10, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
The pillars in Ultima 10 like make everything around it evil. So people just start being assholes all over the place.
私たちの帰る場所がどうなってるの？
始まったようね。
It's a blood earth.
All right. So we got the whole lore drop and of course really cool fight. I need to sort this out in my brain. So the world's a computer.
The people are a computer. Again,
Yeah,
it's Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, right? All of humanity exists to serve the answer the one question.
Oh yeah. No, I see what you're saying now. It didn't click on that one at first.
Yeah, we're a biological computer.
Mm-hmm.
Now all we need is the show to end with the need to make way for a hyperspace bypass.
I can only imagine the Vogons getting put into this show and just immediately like having no desire to listen to any of this music.
They barely understand poetry. You think they can understand music?
Oh no, they understand it well enough. They just hate it.
No, they don't hate it. They make it. Remember? They make poetry. And it's really bad. That's why I'm saying they don't understand it. They believe that they're the third worst poetry in the universe.
I just remember like I think half of the joke was that apparently there was one other human that was abducted at some point. And they're a person with absolutely no taste, so they're the only person to have survived it.
No. Well, there's two jokes there I think you're referencing. One is that they're
Maybe.
the third worst in the universe. Another one is some guy who gave a poetry session about something he found in his armpit once, and it killed so many of the audience. And then the joke is that the worst is a human person that just lives on Earth, and it's like a direct reference to somebody that actually exists, but they changed the name slightly because they couldn't say the real name because they'd be sued.
Right.
And then the other joke that you're making there, I think, is that telling them that it's good, you can just kind of ignore the effects of their poetry that'll kill you.
Mm-hmm. Oh gosh, but no, that'd be the mashup waiting to happen right there. The people least interested in media literacy versus the crew that literally uses songs to express everything. But no, we're slightly less crazy than that, at least. I think I understand what's happening here at the very least. I feel the stakes of the conflict now, and they have expressed properly why it's a bad idea to turn off the language machine. I think we've gotten all the points now, right?
Yeah, the moon computer system thing is maintaining the curse, and if you turn off the curse, then in fact every biological thing on Earth has a bit of Shemha's DNA or whatever in it, which means that she can reform everything into whatever she wants and take control of everything, making monsters, etc. So being able to truly understand one another would in fact be not human instrumentality, Shemha instrumentality.
Yeah, Shemha instrumentality. That's actually correct. It's her perfect self, all as every entity together.
It's Doctor Who. It's that episode where the Master creates the Master race and turns every human on Earth into just the Master.
I almost forgot about that happening. I was thinking about the one where the most evil thing he could think to do was to become the Prime Minister of the UK.
Well, because the UK needed a doctor.
Yeah.
And to be fair, that wasn't the most evil thing. The most evil thing was opening a portal to the end of time where human beings are little balls with the heads inside of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, gosh. So, on the craziness scale, I'm still gonna rate this like a good high 7 or 8. It's still definitely way out there, but I don't think we've eclipsed the craziness.
Well, the problem The problem with the scale is the amount of material on it.
Mm-hmm.
The episode 11 through 13 of season 1 are
Yeah.
way deep on the scale because all you have to compare it against is the first season. The more
Yeah.
seasons of stuff that have come, the crazier the scale gets, and then also
Mhm.
how much you're a nerd to the stuff that's on the scale. So
Yeah.
this is up there on the escalation scale for sure. Is it up there on the craziness scale? I don't know. I think not, because not episode one, the first season introduced us to the fact that there's something on the moon, and every season we kind of reference the moon more and more. So it's expected. It's not
Mhm.
crazy now, it's expected. Versus, say, the alternate dimension from which noise comes from, right? Or
Right.
giant ghost hand that reaches into space and grabs the moon. Those are still within the universe, but so stupidly crazy that we never see it coming, regardless of all the stuff that we see.
I think also in terms of like the scale of the danger here, like we haven't ever gone necessarily higher than the Earth's population is going to be destroyed here. I think we've stayed steadily around there for basically like 4 out of 5 seasons. They've done pretty well. We haven't had to go higher than that. Nothing has to like be more threatening. And basically, at the end of beginning of every season, we like take it all the way back down to like personal level conflict.
Well, I don't know. When the moon was falling towards Earth, that was
Yeah,
an ever-present danger across
yeah,
2 seasons. So
right. And that definitely was like less of a we can punch it and solve it kind of issue at first. So it's definitely interesting seeing like the way that they've actually managed to keep the story going without getting too preposterous, yet at the same time continuing to drop something crazy on us. So it's
again,
still
though,
2 more
again,
episodes.
the scale of craziness, though, the fact that we are in constant, it's like, I guess Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy would be the
Mhm.
example. First getting out into space and being introduced to what the crazy space stuff is. That's, or no, Farscape. Farscape's the example.
There
At
you go.
some point, Farscape starts off uncomfortably weird, but eventually you're just like, yeah, go with the flow. I don't know what's going on here or what these aliens are. It's not like Star Trek where you know what every alien race is and kind of what they do.
Right, right.
Farscape is, well, just a bunch of random aliens. We're not keeping like a book on what each alien is. That one's white with spikes. That's all I'll ever know about that alien. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, there you go. When there's too much information, you just kind of have to do it on the fly. I kind of like that kind of sci-fi impression. It's like there's too much going on in the universe. Don't worry about it. So, here we are. We're on the moon, and well, I guess the problem's like halfway solved. Noble Red's out of the way for now.
No, they're not.
One of them's been turned into a singular bat. Another one can't use their tails anymore, and the last one is basically taking care of the second
Is
one.
perfectly fine. So,
All right, maybe we have one last encounter there. All right. So we're going to go ahead and put that on the table and watch it happen next time. So we're going to wrap up for the day. This has been Stoneface Reactions, everybody. I'm Griffin. That's Theta, and we'll catch you next time. See you around. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?